Hey there, Pisces. It's Chronic Joy Tarot. This is going to be your current reading for those born under the sun sign of Pisces, or if it's your moon or rising sign, that applies as well. Or if you just happen upon this video at any given time, this guidance is meant for you. The way that my readings go is less about other people, less about predictive outcomes, not really about sort of 3D real world occurrences, and it's more about your inner being, your soul, how to focus on an aspect of yourself in order to continue your soul's growth. And so it's all about you, and which is a beautiful thing. And so because of that, it's not as important to watch this video right on any certain date, or this could be, you could be watching this in 2019 and it would still apply because the guidance is always there. It's always there. And the way that we tap into it with our intuition, that's when the message is meant to come to you. If you're new to my channel, thank you for being here very much, and I hope you enjoy the reading. And if you're returning, thank you as well. I'm very grateful to all of you, and thank you for hanging in with me this summer. I keep saying, it's so busy. I'm going to try to, step it up, but I have just an extremely busy day life, and I feel like it's gotten into high gear in the last, handful of months or so. Hopefully it settles down as the fall approaches. I'm hoping that. Okay, so the guidance that we're going to pull from, the topic that we're going to focus on for you, Pisces, is coming from the Magical Fairies deck, and it's talking about your desire is within reach. Talking about holding faith and knowing that everything is coming to you, everything's working out in your favor. It's a matter of resting in that faith, and we're going to read from the Zen Tarot cards and find ways to achieve that knowing, that fundamental faith that many of us need, that actually every one of us need in order to continue, our best life, to continue on the path of our highest good. The spread that I'm using is the flying bird. We have a point of liftoff, and then we move between the wings to come to an outcome or an insight into the entire reading. And the left wing are the internal energies that are hidden and maybe you don't let others know, but between you and your inner self. And then the right wing are external energies. Your starting point, Pisces, is experiencing. I like it. So on our way to finding this resting sort of foundational space that we want to operate from, if we're living a heart-led life, this is important. This act of this quality of having a deep faith that things are always on their way. They're always working out. That's a daily practice, really. This is not any big revelation. This is a daily practice, and it's not something that you get to and now you've achieved it. You don't have to keep practicing. Practicing that faith and trust in the universe is a constant thing. And your starting point, the guidance is to just pull down, just rest into every moment that you come across. This figure's coming through the forest, and she's walking by the tree and she's experiencing the tree, and this is a lovely tree. But what she's doing is actually embracing the tree, and it is embracing her. She's feeling, she's sensing with all her senses, stopping, pausing to be with it. I find that being in nature helps a lot to really rest into the moment. It has a way of, if you're attuned to it, it has a way of really sort of stripping away that mental chatter, the worries, the what ifs, the, oh no, I have too much to do. Resting in nature, if you can do it 10 minutes a day, If you live in an urban area, very busy city, throw on, BBC America, where they play those Planet Earth shows. Those are wonderful to be able to just tune into and see animals and nature, and how life is always going and always moving forward, whether or not we're caught in our little mental traps, right? It's always there. So finding time to really breathe it all in is a great starting point for you in order to find this space of knowing and faith that the universe will always provide for you. Okay? Your first internal energy, and this first card is actually a possible block to your progress if we don't master the energy, is Thunderbolt. So when big changes come, sudden changes, things get stripped away from our life, we are caught off guard. It's very, very, disconcerting to go through sudden changes sometimes. But, I mean, how opposite are these energies, right? This shattered, destructive, almost frightening sort of energy when things suddenly happen. But notice the figure in the background resting in meditation, always knowing that there is a center to all of this, and zeroing back in, dropping back into this energy, and being in nature, being with your children, being with animals, loved ones, alone, meditating alone, whatever that is, to just drop into this very moment helps us move through these moments, right? So this is a quality to master, to sort of, if sudden changes happen, then it's a matter of dropping back and becoming the observer, because you will get through it, right? You will. The faith is what will get you through it. And change is inevitable. It's got to come. This life is not, it isn't without motion, and it isn't without change and disruption sometimes, and eruption. And it's a matter of like that energy of just being able to pull back and observe it. Yes, it's emotional when change comes. Yes, it's difficult. Feel that too. That's part of the experiencing energy, is to not run from those fearful feelings or those sad feelings of despair, not to run from them. Let them be. Let them be with you. Then you'll move through. I mean, you have proof that you'll make it through, because if you look backwards over your life, every challenge and every major disruption and every difficult, stressful period, you're here now, right? So you made it through. This is the knowing that you need to try to master. Not an easy achievement, I can tell you that much from experience, but it is a worthwhile practice, okay? If you can master this sort of, I don't mean numb out to change and active, I mean experience it, but also observe yourself experiencing it. There's an internal sort of voyeur within you that is your true self, that can guide you through these difficult times if you are resting in that faith, resting in that knowing, this will pass. I will get through this. Okay, so in your external world, I find that sorrow. So I'm going to use all three of these cards together, and I'm going to say there's a couple of ways to move through this. First of all, the most important thing is to be in each moment. We know that. We've gone through that with nature, with whatever brings you centered. Going through changes and resisting those changes result in more sorrow. Now, if these changes are sorrowful and they're sad, naturally you're going to have sadness. But resisting those feelings and not attuning to the very experience of it, not attuning to it, could result in more longer lasting sorrow, right? Now, finding that inner being that can pull back and observe yourself, be sad and go through the changes, can help you wash away sorrow more quickly. Life will not be without sorrow. It's a matter of your response to it. It's a matter of, if you embrace the emotion as much of sorrow as much as you do joy, this is part of who you are. This is like part of this beautiful, complex sort of tapestry of your life. And being able to sort of master remembering, oh, when I'm getting tightened up, when I'm getting constricted and I'm feeling too much sadness at once, and it's long lasting and it won't go away, that's when to remember to drop into the moment, to experience your life in full. Okay? And yes, you have sorrow. Yes, you may have had devastating things happening, and they may be going on around you. But always remember, at that same time, there's always many other things going on around you. And some of them, if you shift your focus a little, might feel more pleasing, right? So it's a matter of experiencing it all in full, okay? You can do this, Pisces. I know you can. This is, I mean, you're a very, very emotion-driven card, and you can go deep. And going deep and then being able to buoy back up and sort of come alive again and look around and find the things that are, you know, a source of gratitude. That's the balance. It's sort of like, if you're the fish, you can go deep into the ocean, and you can also rise up a little higher toward the surface. And that's the practice, right? It's all of it. The next internal energy is beyond illusion. You are transforming within. This card is a card of intuition. If you see that third eye lit symbol there, and then the butterfly is the metamorphosis itself is a symbol of transformation. This is happening within you, and what you're also gaining is that everything that, like we just said, the things that happen that are difficult or that are perceived as a block to our desire, it's just, there's so many more other things behind it that you could focus on, right? It's an illusion that's the only, that is a big giant no from the universe. Like, if something sad happens and it's contradictory to what you've desired and you wanted, say you're in a relationship and you wanted it to last a very long time, and then something happens and you separate. Yes, it's a very sad experience, but knowing that beyond that the universe has many other things on its way to you, and that's the energy to get into. Yeah, I'm going to mourn the presence of this person, but at the same time, I'm going to reach for that knowing that there's more coming. That this happened so that I can step into my growth. That this happened and I lost this person so that I can continue growing my own soul. And the universe has many other things in store for me. That's the faith that we're talking about. That's that knowing, that deep inner knowing. And like I said, continuing to just trust and be in every moment is going to bring you there. But within you, you're feeling it. You're feeling that you're getting this. You know this. And soon you will see it in your external life. Speaking of in your external life, it is going to be very important that you balance out these seemingly opposite energies. You know, the yin and the yang, the snake eating his own head, the eagle and the swan, the sun and the moon. This is all part of being able to marry and merge all of the seemingly opposing aspects in your life, merge them all and make them all part of your experience. that brings you to this higher, look at, this is another card of intuition. Look at that. Beautiful lotus flower at the crown chakra. So I guess higher than intuition, it's actually the crown chakra. So connecting you to spirit. This is the practice, is to accept it all. Accept it all and know there's more, right? The last internal energy is totality. So this is reminding me of the experiencing card on a higher level, because it's on the sort of the apex of your internal energies. So as you grow, as you learn this practice of faith and learn that your seemingly positive and negative occurrences in life are all part of the big picture, you'll become more focused on, toward your desires. You can sharpen your focus as these acrobats do. There are 3 of them swinging through the air. If one of them loses focus, they're all going to go falling down. It's a matter of, this is internal. So this is a matter of practicing the knowing within you that, yes, things leave my life. They shed for a reason so that I can grow and become more of myself and wait and receive those desires, focus on those desires that I want and allow the universe to deliver. And then in the external energy, I actually pulled 3 cards. So this is the sort of insight into the entire reading as it pertains to your life. And those 3 cards are sharing, courage, and patience. I love it. Sort of in that order. The sharing is a matter of allowing this is in an external position. So this is actually, as you interact with others, show your heart, show your faith, show that you're practicing this sort of positive outlook on the way that the universe responds to your needs. Show that you're practicing that. Share it with others, speak it out. Continue on this path, because it is going to pay off. Your next level of this faith-filled life, this heart-led life, is coming. You just need to water it and give it a little sunshine and let that seedling grow through the boulders. No matter how adverse situations seem, forward motion creates distance between you and those. Look at that, the sorrow card at the bottom of the lower vibration of your external energies. Learning to accept it and marry it into your life, continuing on with courage, it brings such a beautiful outcome. And then the final energy here is to have patience. We do not tell the moon to hurry up and become full and hurry up and become new. We just trust that it will. We trust that full moon is on its way. And that comes from knowledge, looking backwards, and the moon was full last month and it was full the month before, and it was, so it does, we can have faith in it, right? We can trust it, but we can't rush it, right? We can't rush it. And that is a perfect outcome to the first original idea, that holding faith that the universe is delivering. It's not an easy practice, but if you can find that rest in the knowing, that sort of centered space within you, and practice it over and over and have patience with it, you'll soon start to see differences in the way you respond to life and the way you are embracing all the things that come towards you, and the way that you're trusting that even though I can't see it right now, this desire that I have, I know it's there. And it's just a matter of putting my internal alignment into place and allowing it in. Okay? Wow, Pisces, this was kind of an intense reading. I find that every single sign could watch this reading today and gain from it. This is an important one for all of us. This is sort of a foundational practice in our soul's growth. So I appreciate you guys being here. If you liked it, then give me a thumbs up. And until next time, okay? You guys take care. I love you. Bye.